Go for it. Good afternoon. I'm Nishal. I'm a second-year fellow at the National Science Foundation in the SciSce Directorate. And today I want to talk to you about looking at our futures by quantifying our past. If you're anything like me, you hate talking about yourself. You hate self-promotion. But especially at this point in time in our careers, it's important to have a cohesive story to propel us to the next level of our careers. So let's look at what a career path for a fellow looks like. You know, we all have advanced degrees, did one or a couple things that are awesome. And right now, at this minute, we're all fellows, and there are three paths. One is going back to what you were doing. The other is hanging on for your dear career life because you don't have a coherent story and don't know what you want. Or you're going to soar straight ahead to the next level of success, however you define that. Routinely, we define our story by our chronological CV. I'm Nishal. I have a PhD in molecular biology. I did these 5 things. I did the fellowship, this and this. That's not what people want to hear. They want to know your story. They want to know, what do you want? How can I help you? How can I take advantage of you? On the other end of the spectrum, there are some people who quantitate themselves a bit too much. Their story is complex, challenging to understand, and most likely harmful. So you're like, oh, that's initially you're like, that's cool, but then it's like, what the fellowship? I don't know what's going on here. But which brings us back to the craziness that can be our careers. If you look at a word cloud of my career, you'll see data science, molecular biology, bioweapons non-proliferation, crowdsourcing. These things don't make sense. They're not cohesive. But by doing a higher order organization, it points to TIPS, which is technology, innovation, policy, and of course, science. And doing a little bit more analysis, I can develop even more themes. Themes with the experiences to back it up and shuffle those around until it makes a really nice, smooth story to tell. I'm telling you, build a website for yourself. There's no tool out there better than building a website to make you the architect of your own story and become a great information architect, right? So just do it. You need it. You need to control your web presence. But being a living and breathing data science, I wanted to visualize this story, and don't worry about reading this. The 3 outer rings are your tips: technology, innovation, policy, and science. And then you can see orange is my nonprofit experience, aqua is the government experience during this fellowship, purple is industry, and the green is all the citizen science stuff I've done. So visually, the story is also cohesive. And I know this story works because I've had to network out in San Diego where I have no network, nobody knows me, and there are no policy jobs. But this quote sums up my experiences so far. Nishal has a remarkably varied background, but it all holds together, unlike some folks who do many things. I'm no longer some folks, right, with a word cloud story. I'm that together guy. So quantify yourself, tell your story, have a CV, reproduce that on LinkedIn, make a website and control your presence, control your story. Hey, have an infographic if you want, but also get a business card because your AAAS card has an expiry date. It really does. And then, your contacts lose you. So now go and become your high priest or a high priestess of your own quantified self. But you'll probably need some help. So these websites will give you everything you need, including freelancers. So go quantify, tell your story, and just be awesome. Thanks.